Hi Simmers, welcome back to The Sims 3 Into the Future live from Gamescom right here in Cologne, Germany. I was so disappointed earlier that we didn't get a chance to show you the full-on in-game look at The Sims 3 Into the Future coming out this October. So what better way to do it than to come back this time around and do it right. So with that said, let's kick it into the video so we can dive right in. Marcus, gonna. So I believe we got the video up. Right now we have James. You might remember him from the live demo that we did in July, where James was part of the household. James is jumping right back into our dream pod right now, which is a new bed. And not only is it a new bed, it's actually a new bed for you to program your dreams in. Well, we're going to program, let's see what we're going to choose here. It's a dream about running water. I'm not sure that's a good thing, dreaming about running water, but not only do you get to program their dreams, you also get to program the sort of unique experiences within the dream. So we're picking some interactions within the dream to try to see how we can influence the turnout and the outcome of this dream. We're not really doing very well. As you can see, there's like sad faces that pop up. Oh, that turned out pretty well. And you can see having that dream caused him to, dreaming about running water actually caused him to have some bladder trouble. So we got to send him over to the bathroom. So let's head on over to the bathroom. And as a note, obviously you don't see me playing the game right now. This is all coming in from a pre-recorded video to make sure that I can get a chance to talk you through everything. So as he's using the bathroom, you will notice that all the future tech objects that I will be talking about within this demo is allowing your Sims to experience life in all new ways. It's not simply about reskinning an object to look different. It's about allowing your Sims to live in the future and live differently. So this is talking about living differently. Our James here is using the sonic shower. So you get to customize the sonic rays that are coming out of the shower. Whoa. I don't know what's going on. So that was actually a failure. He actually failed to shower really successfully. And as you can tell, when there was a bar meter on top, it's actually attached to the advanced technology skill. So the advanced technology skill allows your Sims to interact with these future tech objects, and as they build better skills, which obviously he didn't do here. There's a higher chance of him failing if you have a lower advanced technology skill. But as you actually progress and get better at using this advanced technology skill and build that skill, you interact with these objects in better ways and unlock new interactions. So right now, he's using the Holo computer, playing some video games. Since he hasn't had a really good morning, some video games, sometimes playing with The Sims just makes me feel better. So he's playing with some video games here using our new Holo computer. And you can take this object, you saw him holding it earlier, you can take that with him anywhere in the world. So it's not tied to just a computer desk. So after playing some video games, I always get really hungry, and since it's the morning, he's going over to this new object called the food synthesizer. So the food synthesizer allows you to save so much more time in preparing food for your Sims or for other Sims. So we're going to bring it over to here. He's going to get some grub, maybe. We'll see. As he's getting some grub, I think we're going to switch on over to Roboto here. And when you actually request new food, or actually existing food from the food synthesizer, there are a couple new things that we're introducing recipe-wise and food-wise in The Sims 3 Into the Future. Oh, I see Roboto sneaking up behind James. Roboto's been a little mad because he hasn't been getting enough attention from James here. So he did. Roboto just gave James a static shock. Oh, they're both not liking each other right now. Well, Roboto, the reason why Roboto is actually shocking him, he's been trying to get James's attention. He wants a tune-up. You know, hey, you haven't been paying attention to me. My shoulder's a little loose. Also, my butt here. Can you tune me up? Okay, well, so as you can see, there's unique icons that tell you what sort of interaction is going on. Is it a Sim with a robot, or a Plumbot, or a Plumbot with a Sim? As you can tell, you know, that even asking for a tune-up didn't go really well. So Roboto here, our Plumbot, is going to project a sim from our present day household. So a thing about this is you can actually use your Plumbot when your Plumbot is installed with a hollow projector trait chip to actually project out sims from your current household that is still in the present day. So there was a list of sims that you saw earlier. So because of the fact that there are some sims that are still in the present day, you can actually project them into the future world. And also, if your Plumbot is with you in the present world and you got some sims in the future world, your Plumbot in the present world can also project sims that were left in the future world into the present. And your sims and your Plumbot can also interact with them, which I think is actually really, really cool. So James right here is going out, and we also got introducing another family member here, Finley. Finley's been practicing a little bit on her jetpacking skill, and jetpacking skill is also still attached to the advanced technology skill. So as you advance through advanced technology and build that, you can also unlock new interactions on your jetpack. And I think we saw a little bit of a hint of what you can do on this jetpack. And as you improve on your advanced technology skill, you unlock the ability to do what they're doing here, which is doing a jetpack slow dance. And other things that you can do on a jetpack as you advance through advanced technology skill is to being able to do a jetpack kiss, a jetpack trick show off, and even jetpack woohoo. I can only imagine what that would look like, so give it some thought. So they're jetpacking through the air, and what's really good about this, we're going to show you a little bit later too. You can also use jetpack to travel very fast anywhere in the world. And there's some pretty gnarly air tricks there. Spin, spin, spin. I can only imagine if I was on there, I would be like, please let me down. I'm not ready for this. And exactly, I think that's what James is saying. He's just not ready. Thank you so much. I gotta go. So we're out here in map view, checking out a little bit feel of Oasis Landing, which is the new world in The Sims 3 Into the Future. So James here is going to travel over to the monorail station, one of the few that you can find in Oasis Landing. And the monorail station allows your Sims to travel the world in a new vehicle and also in a new way. So he's going to jump right onto this monorail and travel over to our mining area. And something about our mining area, besides the beautiful, pristine future that you see here in Oasis Landing, there's also outskirts outside of this world, including the mining town, which we also call the Separatist community. And the Separatist community is kind of like this narrative that tells the story of these Sims that didn't really embrace future technology. They really just want to live a very simpler life. And so where we're actually going to direct James to go to is to the mining bar. And, you know, speaking of, you know, separatists, oh, you get a really nice view of the world there, Oasis Landing. I have to say it's a really, really, the team out at EA Salt Lake, the Sim Studio there, hi, and I'm sure you guys are watching too. The team has been doing a great job of building a vast world that allows you to really play out a future story in really different ways. As example as what I talked about, the separatist community known as the mining town. So James is going to head into the bar here. And even though the separatist community here in our mining town aren't really a big fan of technology, but everybody likes a good drink. And when I say drink, I mean juice, okay? And so, you know, everybody likes a good drink, as in juice. So we also have a drink synthesizer. And James here is going to try to you know, synthesize a drink. And there's actually multiple drinks that you can synthesize. And there's a chance, if your skill is low enough, you will produce kind of like an oily black drink. And your sim will not like that at all. You know, I won't knock it till you try it. Obviously, he has good enough skill enough to actually make a really good concoction on the drink synthesizer. And what's great about, you know, speaking about food synthesizer, dream pods, drink synthesizer, jetpacks, you can see how that we're reinventing how you actually interact with previously kind of known ways that you attend to your Sims needs, be it their hunger, be it their energy, be it their, their hygiene with the sonic shower. And we're really happy to be able to provide a wide range of future tech objects that allow you to experience life in all new ways. And one thing to note is that even though you see all these objects in the future world, you have the capability to actually get them immediately in your home world, be it Sunset Valley, Bridgeport, Appalachia Plains. And if you don't want to travel into the future world, you can instantly go into Build Buy and just plop them into your current Sims world. And that's something that we wanted to offer to our Sims players because, not everybody wants to play with the future. But everybody likes being able to experience things, and we didn't want to gate that to just being only in the future world. So that's something very exciting for our builders. So I see James has jetpacked it over very quickly over to our outdoor cafe at Oasis Landing. And I think what he's going to do here is order some food from our Plumbots. And Plumbots, again, is our new robot that you can find in The Sims 3, thanks to The Sims 3 Into the Future. As I talked about earlier, Plumbots can be customized in this thing called Create a Plumbot. And Create a Plumbot allows you to create a wide range of 4-limbed, 2-leg, 2-arm Plumbots, as well as hoverbots. I see that James has successfully ordered a quick snack. And you also get to... I think we didn't order this, but you also get to order a new gnome treat. So keep an eye out for that as you play with the game. Okay, we're eating. I know you're hungry. So after playing video games, you know what James is doing? He's going eating, drinking, and eating. So after doing that, he's like, I need to take a walk. Oh, no, we're not walking, we're jetpacking. Right directly over, and you can see how quickly he lands right into the Legacy Park. And what the Legacy Park is, it actually houses a wide range of legacy statues. And if your Sim, like James here, in the present day, affected and did something in a way that would influence the future, it would actually leave a legacy in the future world. So James here actually got the renowned philanthropist. And what that is, it actually says that he found out the lottery numbers in the future, went back into the present, won the lottery, and decided to give all like 10,000 Somalians out to City Hall. And so what I pulled up here earlier in the recorded demo is the Almanac of Time. And the Almanac of Time is a book that the time traveler named Emmett Relevark will give to you when you first actually interact and successfully activate the time portal. And the Almanac of Time allows you to see how you can actually give what you can do in the present to affect the future. And as you can see here, because James here became a renowned philanthropist, he also unlocked a new interaction where he gave away, I believe, 100 Somalians. Just because he felt good about it. He just felt good. And speaking about feeling good, he felt that he also wanted to show off some of his skills on the new object known as the Rhythmicon, the Electro Rhythmicon. It's kind of like an electric harp. And as you build up more skill in your advanced technology skill, you also unlock new songs and play with it in different ways. Sometimes I would like to do some air rhythmiconing. All right. I know you're showing off, James. You got a lot of money. You can play the electro rhythmicon. And as we're talking through, I'm also paying attention to our questions that are coming in. So make sure that you hashtag the Sims LB and make sure that you're asking questions about the Sims 3 Into the Future. And so with that said, I think James has had a really long day between all the eating, the drinking, the playing video games, and even getting a little pat on the back by seeing his statue, his legacy statue at the Legacy Park. We're going to bring him back home. So while being back home, we're also going to reveal some really, really cool things regarding some things that we've never discussed before. So as James makes his way into the house, we'd like to also thank everybody for joining us again. I'm not sure if anybody knew this. I think Lauren McLemore retweeted this. If we actually get 10,000 viewers on this live broadcast, I will go on Twitter. So hopefully the numbers are good, but if not, I'll probably pose that challenge again. And if we get 10,000 now, I will instantly go on Twitter today. So you have a couple more chances to get that number up. So what James is doing right now is activating this thing called the program chip. And the program chip is a new object that you can find out in the wasteland. And we didn't get a chance to show that, but when you actually unlock the ability to open up the alien crash ship, you actually get a chance to find this object. And what this object just did right now is unlock a special concept image from The Sims 4 on the wall projection. It's called a projection panel. And it allows you to use that object to project images like outdoors and bring a little bit of the inside into it. And what we did is bring a little bit of The Sims 3, bring a little bit of The Sims 4 into The Sims 3. And that's really cool. And there's up to 3 different images, so that's only one of them. And last but not least, James is going into the quantum power chamber, and it's kind of like a cryostasis chamber where you can put your Sims into the thing, and it's great. You put them into this thing called the quantum power chamber, and it puts them into a cryo sleep. It freezes their needs. It also freezes their aging. And when you interact with it, there's an opportunity for you to change it or change your sim into a quantum power suit. So the quantum power suit allows your sim to teleport themselves and others around the world, and allows yourself to biostabilize and as well to locate rare objects in the world. And that's the quantum power pack as a part of the Sims 3 Into the Future limited edition. And with that said, I have a special guest for you. Since we actually brought myself back, I don't want to take full on credit. And so right now I'm going to introduce Nicole Morrison. Hi, Nicole.
Hey, Keith.
Nicole has been with us.
How's it going?
Nicole has been with us for 2 years already, and this is your first time in front of the camera.
It's actually my first time being on one of these.
Yeah. And Nicole is the reason why we do so well, and it's thank you, Nicole. And I think this is you've been with The Sims for 2 years, like we said, and you're working on both The Sims 3 and The Sims 4.
I am. That's
and
why
so
the shirt today.
There you go, representing. And with that said, I think you're going to help me out with some Q&A.
I'm going to help today facilitate some questions. There's a lot of questions coming in from Twitter, and so what we want to do is go ahead and ask some of those of King, and let's see what kind of responses we get. So we've been filtering them. I have them here in front of me, so I want to go ahead and kick them off. We've taken questions from the last live broadcast that we were streaming to you guys a little bit earlier, and then we mixed
and we also saw that we got some more.
Brand new questions that we just got in. So let's go ahead and just kick that off. Okay, let's do it. So first question, does weather have an effect? Like if it rains in the present, will something happen in the future? That's
a really good question. About weather. We do have weather in the future, and as well as just in general in The Sims 3 Into the Future. But having it rain in the future, weather is so unpredictable. I don't think it's, raining one day doesn't mean it's going to rain the next day. And if you're familiar, we're from San Francisco. And for those who are not familiar with San Francisco, one day it's really sunny, and another day it rains and it's really foggy. Well, so weather is really unpredictable,
it's
right?
Kind of like that here in Cologne too. We had a thunderstorm.
We had a thunderstorm here in Cologne. On Tuesday. But something that's interesting about what you can do in the present world that's kind of weather related. There's an opportunity for you to drag down meteorites, just with a big magnet. I'm just going to pull down some meteorites. And if you actually make meteors fall in the present day world, there are going to be consequences. And I can't wait to talk about that a little more, about the dystopia world, which is one of the 2 possible very, very great alternatives to the future world that you just saw that allows you to tell really, really cool stories. And so we'll talk about that a little later as we get closer to the launch.
Okay, so
right back to you. Yeah, that will come later.
All right, well, next question. How do you unlock Plumbot traits?
How do you unlock Plumbot trait chips? That's also a really quick question. We've been talking about the trait chip system and about unlocking a lot about the trait chips as you build up your bot building skill. But something about trait chips, you unlock recipes and kind of instructions about how to build a wide range. I think there's like about 15, if not more, trade chips in the trade chip system. And so each trade chip is tied to a specific skill level within the bot building skill. And also each trade chip requires special ingredients that you can find out in the world, and sometimes just out in some of the alternate future worlds too. But if you're kind of like a simmer like me that likes something that's very instant, you can just get enough simoleons and buy those trade chips from the bot emporium and just install them into any Plumbot that you see out in the world. And I think that's a good. I think I gave a really good answer.
I think that was a good answer.
I'm giving myself pat on the back.
I would be the same player as you. I would go and buy it.
Yeah.
I'd want it instantaneously.
I would go and buy it.
Okay, so here's one that we get often with all of our expansion packs. Are there is there new stuff, like toys for children and toddlers, like futuristic toys coming into Sims 3 into the future?
There definitely are some items that we have. If we just actually lifted the embargo on the Sims 3 Into the Future key art, which is the pack front, and as you notice, there's kind of like a nanny Plumbot that's mopping the floor. And if you notice close enough, the toddler sim is actually in a new high chair. So there are select new items for toddlers and children's in this expansion pack. So can't wait for you guys to discover what it is. I can't name all of them.
We love our toddlers and children.
We love our toddlers children.
Okay, so how about those hoverboards? Lots of buzz going on about those hoverboards. We want to know, can your Sims actually experience some serious accidents, maybe
that's
broken
a really
legs,
good question.
or what kind of injuries could happen if they fall off of one? Exactly,
that's a really, really good question. So about hoverboards, the official name of these hoverboards is called the Wind Carver, because we want to be special. We want to carve ours the wind. You are carving wind, not that kind of wind. I'm sorry, sorry.
Not cutting the cheese.
But it like kind of wind, just like wind in the air. And so what these wind carvers allow you to do is, one, transport yourself anywhere in the world without walking. But there's not any serious injuries that you can actually have. The injury, well, not injury, but the failure that you can have is if your sim doesn't have a high enough advanced technology skill, they have a higher chance of really falling off. And if you see it in the video, it actually like hits their crotch. Like it's just really painful. I think it's painful enough just watching it.
Ouch.
Ouch. Ouch.
Okay, so we saw a lot of the Plumbots last time on the live broadcast in July. Can they develop their own characteristics and traits?
That's a good question. So the thing about trade chips is there is a thing called being able to experience. There's a trade chip. I forgot the name of it, but you actually are able to actually have your Plumbot have mood swings, and then there's there's a chance that your Plumbot might actually just like have mood swings left and right, which is kind of like me. I sometimes have mood swings. Just kind of like my sim. I'm kind of like, it's okay. Do you love me? Do you love me? And so there are particular trait chips that allow your sims to kind of actually be like sims. But one thing that's really, really good to know is that Plumbots are, sims of their own. And when I say sims of their own, there are Plumbots. There are unique Plumbot sims that have unique Plumbot interactions, be it with each other. And there's actually a really, really cute interaction between Plumbots that allow them to do a static kiss. And then there's also unique interactions with sims, as you saw, like a static shock. So I can't wait to see what you guys are going to do with the combination of trait chips to see how, the experimentation of what they can do.
Awesome. And then something that we saw today in the live gameplay, or in the gameplay demo that you showed us.
Yeah.
We saw monorails.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us a little bit, how does this work? What's
the monorail is just, it's just kind of like any kind of other vehicle that you see in the world, but it's kind of like a public transit system. And so it goes into particular areas in the world, be it, the mining town, the wasteland, or be it close to any of the other venues that you see in town. So that's something that you can just set up to allow your sims to easily travel in the world. I think we might have more questions coming in.
Yeah, I think we do.
I think there's a question about oh, wait, hold on. We are doing this live, so we are looking.
One second.
Hold on. Refresh. LB questions. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Oh, I heard about okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's this thing about the different futures. What exactly is the different futures? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the question was, again, there's 3 different futures. So I'm not sure if you know this, but we will be releasing a producer walkthrough video within the next week. So keep an eye out for that, because we will be talking about those 3 futures in detail. And a little bit, since we're here, let's talk a little bit about these 3 futures. So the first future is Oasis Landing that you saw in the demo video earlier. And it's packed full of great venues, great different sort of kind of community, be it the wasteland or the separatists or the mining town. But on top of that, when you actually access the Almanac of Time in the present world, you actually have the opportunity to trigger a set of opportunities that will allow you to change Oasis Landing into a dystopia or a utopia. And it's full of interactions and visual, and it looks completely different. Like Oasis Landing just looks like unrecognizable in these 2 different futures. And when you actually activate that, there are unique interactions, even a unique animal that you can find in the dystopia world too. So I really can't wait, because I'm just really excited about all these great features. But we'll be telling you more about that in a little while as we get closer to launch in October.
Okay, yep. So we've talked a lot about future technologies in The Sims 3 Into the Future today. One of those being the cooking, the food synthesizer. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that. Does that help Sims cook super quickly? Like, what is
because of the fact that food synthesizer, there's not really a cooking skill. That's a really interesting question. Like, if you have a food synthesizer, do you still need a cooking skill? I know the answer, but I was thinking, like, I would still need cooking skills. I would be so bad at a microwave. But no, you do not need a cooking skill in order to be able to use the food synthesizer, because it's simply as going up and pushing a button on your interface and just going, hey, I'm requesting a key lime pie, or I'm requesting a snack. And yeah, but I would imagine even if I needed to push a button, I would need some cooking skills.
Okay, so those Plumbots, they're really to help your Sims in the household. Can they actually run errands for you and drive in a car? Can they do that in the present? Can they do it in the future?
Yeah, depending on the trait chip that they have, they can actually do everything from gardening to taking care of your toddler sim to even wrecking some havoc on your Sims' lives. So it's actually great. So not only do they actually help your sim live better or more efficiently, they also take on their own ways of doing things. So that's something that you guys can check out when the game goes live in October.
What about relationships? Can Sims and the Plumbots have a relationship together?
Yeah, there's friendships that can be had, but I know what you guys are asking, and no. There is no woohoo between a Plumbot and a Sim, but good question. I know where you were going.
Okay, and this next question is about those jetpacks. How many levels of skill are there in the jetpacks?
Well, the skill level for the jetpack is attached to the event's technology skill, and like every skill, there are 10 levels. And so depending on intervals of levels, you actually unlock specific interactions with those jetpacks.
Okay, I think we're coming to the end, but we have a few more questions coming in. So are there any new jobs into the future?
Yep. There are definitely some new jobs. There are definitely some new careers. One of them being the Plumbot being able to be self-employed. But you know what's great? I'm gonna point you over to a blog that we're gonna be releasing later on. So keep an eye out. Okay. There are new careers. Don't you worry.
Okay, cool. We'll keep our eyes peeled for that.
I think we're good. One last question, which is pretty good. Let's answer one last question.
Can we live on a house forever into the future?
Yes, so one of the things is, can you actually bring your household into the future and live there permanently? Yes, this is not a vacation world. Even though you do actually bring your family over to a different world, you have the opportunity to purchase a residential household, get a job there, and just live a life in the future and decide on your own time when your Sims are ready to go back into the present.
Awesome.
Great.
Well, that was really good.
And thank you so much, Nicole. You did a great job.
Thanks for taking the time to come up here and re-show that demo. It was great. Into the Future looks great. It comes out in October.
Comes out in October, and again, the limited edition is ready and guaranteed when you pre-order The Sims 3 Into the Future, and it includes the Quantum Power Pack that we just talked about.
It looks awesome.
I can't even hear myself right now. I feel like we thank you so much.
Yes, it's coming down to the end of the day.
It's coming down to the end of the day.
At Gamescom, but people are still here. They're engaging. They're having a great time with the games. We're so happy to be here and be able to bring it to you all.
The Sims 4 and The Sims 3 are both here, combined forces.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Until next time, we'll see you later.
Auf Wiedersehen.